This is the first Hattie Carnegie piece of jewelry I've ever handled. Hey, it's Nisha. I've got some great jewelry from a rummage sale, so let's go take a look. Oh yeah, this is a great statement piece. I would sell this on eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari. It is a modern piece. I like the imitation pearl. And I can tell it's modern by the style of the chain and the size of the lobster claw. All right, fun. Ah, this is very pretty. Looks 1970s to me. Beautiful pendant necklace with some filigree. So the filigree is the open work section here where you can see through onto the other side. So if you're wearing like a red dress, the red would show through. Okay, so we have this fold over clasp. So vintage around 1970s, maybe even earlier, 1960s. And for this, I would put this up on eBay and Etsy. And if you're wondering how I do so many different platforms, is I use a service called List Perfectly. Now, if you want to find out more, in the description below is a video that will tell you more about that service. Ah, Christmas. I will list Christmas items all year round, and they sell all year round. I don't think this is vintage, but it's a very pretty Christmas tree brooch. Now, when I saw this earring set, I got very excited. It said Christian Dior, one of my favorite designers. And then I went on the back. It has mix match ear nubs there. So let's take a look and look on the back for it to be signed. Because if it's Dior, it's going to be signed, and it's not. Okay, so when you see items on a card like this, just check and make sure that they're signed or that you know the design is from that designer. They're still a nice earring set, so I will sell those, but they're not Christian Dior. Okay, very pretty. I think they might be glass beads. You can use your loop to take a closer look. I'm looking for, sometimes there'll be air bubbles on the inside of the beads. No, I'm thinking they're plastic. Okay. Nice look to them. I like the overall look of the design. And then we have the lobster claw with the extension chain. And that's kind of another hint, especially with this style of extension chain, another hint that it's a modern piece. Even though the style of the necklace, the design of the necklace has a very vintage look to it. Yay, let's go sledding. Okay. Okay, it's not signed. I don't think it's vintage. We don't have the pin bar sticking out, which is sometimes a hint that it's vintage. And it has this texture on the back, which is another hint that it's not vintage, but still a nice design. Ah, okay. Now, I've seen things similar to this. It's a really nice pendant. It is vintage. It does have a few little flaws, but that's easy to fix with a jump ring. We have this fold-over clasp, which tells us that it could be vintage. They do use these now in reproduction, so you have to look out for that. And they have, it has this nice heavy-duty chain on here. And then we have this really nice pendant here with the dangled sections on the inside. Oh, and look, the jump ring is still there, so easy fix. Okay, great. Oh, yeah, I remember this one. I believe it's a stone necklace. So you take a closer look with the pendant. So my test to see if it's stone is it feels cold to the touch, stone will. It does feel cold. So we'll also look through the loop. Oh yeah, it looks like moss agate. So I'll show you what that looks like. See that pattern on there? Agate comes in a lot of different types of colors and also patterns. I'm not sure if this is agate or not. And we have some silver beads in between, spacer beads. And then the pendant itself is marked sterling. But let's just take a look. So I'm going to use my magnet to see if it's magnetic. Okay, it's not magnetic. So fine metals like silver and gold are not magnetic. So this is just a way to filter out other metals that are magnetic. Let's see. Spacer beads look like they're maybe magnetic. Okay, so this will go into my pile to check. But isn't that beautiful? That stone here, it's a cabochon. See how the metal is wrapped around the stone? Beautiful. Okay. This one's very pretty. I like the rhinestones. I like the way it looks. We may be missing a stone. Yeah, it looks like we're missing a stone. Okay, I'm going to check this one for silver. I don't think it is. It just doesn't have that quality to it. It looks more like aluminum to me, but I'll do a double check. All right, fun. Oh, wow. I believe this is a belt. Looks like 1970s. We have that textured chain with a tassel. Look at that. Very 1970s. Let's take a closer look. The double chain with all that texture on there. Isn't that great? And then we have this nice tassel to hang when you're wearing your belt. It's a nice design. Cool. Oh, right. Yeah, I love these. Okay, so this is either a compact or, well, it's a compact. Sometimes they're mirror on the both sides. So let me show you the outside. So this is Stratton. Okay, made in England. All right. So I always pick these up if they're in relatively good condition. Let's take a look. Oh, okay. So this has got makeup. Well, oh, no? Oh, let's take a look. Oh, look. Ooh, that looks great, doesn't it? I rarely see them where this is like intact and not been used. Like, wow, that looks fabulous. Okay, look at the mirror. And then we have a little flip lid here. Look at that. Looks really good too. I just have to remember how this works. Oh, there we go. Oh, look at this. I don't think this has ever been used. Wow. Wow. It just sat in somebody's like drawer or something like that for years. Oh, wow. That's fabulous. Wow. Totally fabulous. Okay. So you could buy the insert for whatever makeup you wanted to use and put it in there. Wow. Look at that. Just move that aside. Okay, great. Wow. Fabulous. I'll pick up lapel pins every once in a while. I like the atomic motif on here. Looks like it's from the 1960s. Let's look at the back though. Sometimes there might be a mark on the back. Don't really recognize the design on the front. Let's see. No, I don't know. I'm not sure what that is. Here, you can let me know if you know what that is. Is that the world? Like a continent or something? I don't know. Okay. That's the fun thing about jewelry is you get these mysteries, and it's fun because you get to research. Ooh, okay. Really like this chain. Oh, wow. Now, I've heard this called like a snake chain. See? It drapes really nicely. Has some really nice look to it. I think it's aluminum. Oh yeah, it definitely has some type of magnetic metal in it because the magnet's pulling on it. Oh, very pretty piece. Ah, okay. I was like, yes, when I just saw a little hint of the carving in the bag. It's a little dark, but I'll show you close up. See, look at that. That's carved. Some type of stone. Okay, yes, definitely stone. Sometimes I'll see these done out of jade. I don't know what stone this is, but it's just beautifully done. The strap is a little bit worn, but something like that could be easily replaced. This is what's really, really nice about the piece. Oh, that's fun. Look at that. Ooh. Okay, let's see. It's a little bit tangled, not too bad. Okay, I'm going to leave it like that. I don't want to pull on it too much, but let me show you what it looks like. It's a great statement pendant. It does look like these are resin or plastic cabochons in here. So let me show you closer. Very pretty though. I really like the design of it. Look at that. It's a great design. It can be worn as a pendant, and then it has this nice chain on here. And just looking at it, it definitely looks vintage to me. I'm not quite sure the exact date, but my gut's saying probably 1970s, 1980s maybe, just because of the design. All right, fun. Ah, okay. Yeah, I like the design of the flower. It's in some relief, meaning the structure of the flower comes off of the surface of the petal. It has some nice texture to it. I don't think it's vintage. And it shows you a good construction. See where the bolt is here? That's a sign of a quality piece. Ah, there is a name on here. I just saw it. Let's see if we can read it. Well, I can read it, but I don't know what it is. It is vintage from 1991. Let me see if I can show it to you on the camera, and maybe you can tell me who it is. It looked like M-I-M-I-M-I-N. I could have that totally wrong. I think that's it right there. Okay. But I'm not familiar with that brand. Yeah, M-I-M-I-D-I-N, 1991. Fun. Okay. Ah. Oh, yeah, these are just fabulous. Look at that. Great design. Very vintage necklace. Ooh. I love the chain. Oh, see, this chain, that is vintage. I don't know what the name of the chain is, style is, but look at that. Okay, so how this is worn is like this. Okay, it's called a Sautoir, S-A-U-T-O-I-R. I have the spelling right. It's French. But yeah, you'll find a lot of, once you get used to this style of necklace, you'll find these all over the place. Now, it does have 3 beads on one side and 2 on the other. So I'll have to figure out what I want to do about that. I might sell it as is. I don't know. Makes it asymmetrical. All right, fun. All right. Oh. Got it. Okay. Okay, this is a actually slightly unusual mid-century modern choker. 1950s, 1960s, we have this hook clasp right here. Sometimes it'll be either a name of a manufacturer right here, or it may say Japan or Hong Kong on it. If it says Japan, that's usually 1950s, 1960s. And then this is a bit unusual just because they're usually beaded. There'll be multi-strands like this one is here, but the strands usually don't include chains. So this one's kind of different and fun for those reasons. So let's look at this close up. So here's the hook clasp, excuse me. All right, that's what it looks like. And then they have the extension chain, which we see with our modern necklaces, but look at the difference in the quality of this chain. See, it's thicker. This one actually has texture. This little ball on here is called a finding. And different manufacturers would have different findings. So if you can start recognizing these findings, then you'll be able to identify necklaces just from whatever they use here. All right, and then let's take a look at this. Look at that. That's fabulous. There is some wearing on the imitation pearls, but think about, this is from the 1950s, 1960s. Looks great. Cool. Ah, okay. Got pink. Pink. Ooh. Oh. Whoa. It's like, I know there's one necklace on here. Oh, speaking of clasp, okay, this is the fold over clasp we talked about earlier. Hong Kong. Can you see that? Yeah. Hong Kong is 1970s, 1980s approximately. I mean, it's not an exact science. I see what happened. Okay, so we have the necklace is broken right here. Okay, that's an easy fix. So let's take a look at that. So it's just the wire came, it didn't really break. The wire came loose off of this section. But look at that. Isn't that great? Now these are plastic. They're more lightweight. Even the metal is more lightweight. So you can tell that the construction's changed greatly from this piece, from the piece that we just saw, because the piece that we just saw was heavier, it weighed more. So that's what happened between the decades, is the construction of them changed. All right. Ooh, oh, I love these. I was really tempted to keep these for myself, but I don't wear clip-on earrings, but these are fabulous. Look at these imitation coins. Oh, gosh, they're great. That would be great for a party. Look at that. Let's see. They say Hong Kong on them. Okay, so then we have that time range that we were talking about before. And they're lightweight. They're still vintage. Fabulous. Oh, wow. I just love this piece. Wow. Isn't that great? Just look at the stones. Aren't those fabulous? All right, so let's turn over the back. The back tells us a lot about the piece. It tells us when it's made. Is it vintage? So this is vintage, even though the bar is not sticking out on the end. Originally, I thought this is 1950s, 1960s, but the construction on back is not of that time period. Interesting. So I don't have an exact date on this, but it's a fabulous piece. And look, see how the rhinestones here are prong set? Great construction. Oh, wow. Oh, man, look at this. Wow. Wow. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Wow. Vintage. No manufacturer. Sometimes there'll be information on there, but look at that. Wow, wouldn't that be a great piece to wear? Fabulous. Look at the filigree, the open work, the hinged part of the pendant, so it will move when you move. Excellent. All right, so this looks like pewter. So we'll do a little, okay, it's not magnetic. Oh man, it's a little beat up, so I have to think about if I want to sell this. Okay, so it does have a name on here. It says Sweden with the name I don't recognize. So let me show that to you with the loop. I would need to do some research on that name and see if the see what kind of value this piece might have on it. It's a cool design. Oh, wow. Oh, look at that. Okay, this is definitely vintage too. And I love the design of the pendant. It's kind of got this hammered look to it. Got this lightweight chain going through. Look at that. Okay, great. I didn't show you I showed you the other side because this side is hammered. Look at that. See how when you would wear it, it would reflect in the light? Fantastic. Oh, wow. Look at that. Okay, cool. I just love this piece. I love the color. I love the wooden beads. Just trying to see if these little beads right here are stone. They do feel cold to the touch. We'll take a closer look with the loop. So they do look like turquoise. Sometimes they'll take a stone called howlite and they'll dye that to a color that looks like turquoise stone. So I'd say Google that so you can see what the pictures look like. Look at the wooden beads. And then here are some of the stones. So the inclusions and the markings on the stones, the darker marks, are a dark charcoal gray or a black, and that's always a good sign that it's turquoise. Oh, fabulous piece. It's a little late for summer, but your shell necklace. I love these. I love the shells. I like this one because it has the shells with the different colors in them. All right, cool. Now, this isn't a necklace, but I picked it up because I wasn't sure what this section was. I think it's a resin, maybe? I don't know. So, if you know, let me know in the comments below. Ah, okay. All right, so when I looked at this, the necklace is sterling silver. The pendant, I'm not sure what is the construction on that. Oh, okay. So the necklace is sterling silver too. Take a look at that. Yeah, so it says 925 CNF2N, I believe. And it looks like it has some type of crystals in there. And then this is a chain, and then it's marked sterling up here too. Well, actually it says Italy right there. Oh, interesting. So keep looking. You'll start to be able to see silver just when you're looking at jewelry. When I looked at this necklace, I knew it was sterling silver. I mean, I will still test it before I sell it, but it just has that look to it. And you can learn it, because I learned it. All right, cool. Fun necklace. Okay. Let's take a closer look. I'm actually not sure what the design is. All right, let's take a look on the back. Oh, okay, it's Capricorn. Okay, got it. And then there's some hallmarks. So take a closer look. So there's like a hallmark of a crown right here. And there's another 2 hallmarks. That I will need some research for. And here's what the clasp looks like. All right, so let's just do our magnet test. Okay, so that is definitely magnetic. And so is that. Okay, so I don't need to test that. It's not silver. Ah. Ooh. Very pretty. Very delicate. All right, no markings on the back. We have, this is what's called a box chain. And then this is marked Italy 925 right here in this section. All right, so we can do the magnet test. Okay, not magnetic. Now that isn't magnetic either, but we'll do a check with the silver testing. Pretty. It's marked on the back. Oh, Robert Rose. Yep, I always love Robert Rose. Pretty vintage style necklace. I'm not sure if his pieces are, some of those are vintage or not. Signed on the necklace too. Yep, that's definitely a vintage change. Okay, this looks like a vintage piece. Okay, cool. Okay, this is not really jewelry, but I couldn't pass it up. Because it's a Judith Leiber for Neiman Marcus. And it was in really good condition. The ones I've seen before were like falling apart, and this one looked like it had never been used. So it's like a little coin purse or something like that. It's fun, like the butterflies. This is the first Hattie Carnegie piece of jewelry I've ever handled. So I was very excited when I found it. And this is just a stunning brooch. I mean, look at that. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine wearing that? Like on a dress or a suit or something like that? Wow. Let's take a closer look. Oh yeah, it just, that's from the box it was in. But look at that. Look at the bag. And look at that construction. Isn't that incredible? And there's the mark. Take a closer look. Okay. All right. So we'll end with Hattie. All right. So thank you so much. Thanks so much for watching. If you want to learn more about List Perfectly, check out this video. If you enjoyed this video, then give us a like and then hit that subscribe button if you'd like to see more videos like this in the future. Thanks so much. Take care. Bye-bye.